All right, what's up, my peeps? Al Smith here. Today, I have this potential beauty of a yard, and I say potential because it needs to be cleaned up. So you can tell that it has very nice potential. It's just a little overgrown, and it needs a little TLC. So that's what I'm here for. I just picked this yard up yesterday, Friday, May 30th. Today is the 31st, Saturday. And so it's gonna be a good little bit of stuff I gotta do. So they just got the pine bark done. All of this is new. And so I'm gonna clean that up. It's vines on the trees, it's vines on the fence line. I'm gonna try to clean all of that up. I'm gonna edge the beds to give them some definition. And then I'm gonna spray weed killer in the beds to kill off the weeds once I knock them down. The yard is slightly on a hill, which is fine because, you know, with my 36, it's a stand up. So it's gonna be completely fine for me to grab onto this hill. This bed right here, it has some weeds in it. It's weeds like that. It's weeds all throughout. It's moss. This right here is a bush. It's covered in vines. I'm gonna trim that. This weed right here, I'm gonna knock that weed down. It's weeds on the house. I'm gonna knock all of that down. And all of the weeds that's over here, I'm gonna knock these down as well. So basically, it's gonna be a lot of weed killing that I'm gonna be doing over here and just trying to shape it up. It's a really nice yard. It really is. You can tell that it's a nice yard, but it just needs a little TLC, like I just said. The previous line guy, I don't think that they were showing up like they needed to or like they were supposed to, and so that put the client in a kind of tough predicament, to be honest. This crepe myrtle right here, I am going to do a little trimming on it. My client was talking about the moss that's up in it. So what I might do is try to get some of that out of there, clean that up a little bit, and then I'll cut it, do everything else that needs to be done. So with that being said, if you ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. I want to be real careful when I'm touching these vines because I'm pretty sure that I'm touching poison ivy. And I don't want to be itching for the rest of the day. So I'm being very cautious about how I'm handling that. right, so that's pretty much all I can do with this at this point. That stuff up there is a little bit too high for me. I think it is anyway. But I mean, it's looking good though. It's looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all the other stuff that I need to do over here. And if anything, I just have to get it on a weekly basis when I come over here. Looking good. Looking good. All right, it's basically time to start weeding. This is the thing that's gonna take the longest, specifically because it's a lot of weeds and stuff everywhere. So obviously I gotta weed eat, you know, the perimeters and all of that, but I also gotta weed eat the cracks, the beds, you know, stuff like that as well. So this is gonna take the longest. And once I finish with this, man, it's pretty much a wrap. It's pretty much a wrap. All right, let's get it. Yeah, this right here is gonna be the longest thing that I have to do at this point. I think even if I have to rake up, it's not gonna be as long as this. The biggest thing is just like trying to make sure I'm getting everything, because once I finish doing everything that needs to be done, like I don't want to have to come back and do a whole lot of stuff over. So it's like it's normal to miss some things, but I be trying to get as much as I can in the beginning. All right, pretty much wrap it up. Gotta pretty much wrap it up for this. Start blowing it off to get the stuff that's in the beds out the beds. I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna pick up all of the moss, and then I'm gonna start cutting it. Then the last thing I have to do is spray weed killer, and that'll be it. That'll be it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna pick up the moss, I'm gonna rake up that pile, I'm gonna cut it, and then I start weed eating. I mean, not weed eating, but spraying weed killer. All right, that should pretty much do it. All right, my peeps, let's go ahead and let's do the final walkthrough. So, as you can see, I hit the edges. Edges are looking very good. This bed right here was the bed that had all of the weeds in it. This bush right here is a ligustrum or a patio ligustrum, and it was covered in vines. So I went ahead on and cleaned that up. As you can remember, it was vines on the electrical box, the meter. These vines right here belong to the neighbor. I might hit them next time I come, but that wasn't really like a main thing for me. If y'all remember, it was moss on the fence right here. I got that. All of these weeds back here, I sprayed them with weed killer. Yes, I am walking in it, but it should be dry by now. All of these weeds right here, I sprayed these weeds. Everything all the way down has been sprayed with weed killer. So by next week, all of the green that you see, except for the saplings are a little bit harder to kill. Basically, you can't kill them. You just gotta weed eat those down when they start to sprout up. But all of the green stuff, for the most part, that you're seeing right now, you ain't gonna see it next time I come over here. The weeds that's in this bed right here, I got rid of that. If you can remember, when I was first doing the initial walkthrough, it had a lot of moss, which is still some moss right there on the top, stuff that I can't really get. But for the most part, the moss that's in the bottom or on the bottom, in at like the middle, I got that. All of the stuff that was like around the crepe, I got all of that as well. This bed right here, I had to edge it up, so I edged it with my with my edger, and I knocked the weeds down with my weed eater, and then I came right behind that and sprayed the weeds with weed killer. And I was using a T-Jet spray nozzle, and I love those because they can turn to the side and they can hit those angles exactly how you want them. This bed over here was full of moss. I cleaned that out. I cleaned all the moss out, and I sprayed the weeds with weed killer. I also went around and I used my weed eater to knock the weeds down so they wasn't so big. So I did all of that on that side. Come over here, I edged it all the way around, and I did the same exact thing that I did on the other side. I knocked them down with my weed eater, and then I sprayed the weeds with weed killer. And I was very aggressive over here, and the reason why is because I'm trying to establish a bed line. I don't know how long it's been since this bed has been edged up, but it really doesn't have too much of a definition. And so when I was coming in, I don't know if you can see that, but all of this right here is coming from my edger. And so basically what I was trying to do is just establish a bed line, and then, like I say, I sprayed it with weed killer. I did cut it. Basically I cut it on 3, and I went across it probably about 3-4 times maybe, just to make sure that I was getting everything. Because with Salvestine grass, when you don't cut it for a while, it be kind of stubborn. And so like what'll happen is sometimes like it'll lay down when you're going across it. The grass was kind of damp, not really, but it does that regardless when it hasn't been cut. The grass over here was new. This is new side. From here on back, all of that I think was new side. As a matter of fact, it is new side. So from this area right here on back, all of that is new side. And so it was very thick. It's nice and healthy, and it didn't want to lay down. I mean, it didn't want to cut. It wanted to lay down. So I had to cut it a few times, but it looks good. This block section right here, all of these blocks, they had weeds in them. I sprayed all of these with weed killer. So the next time I come over here, that should be looking good. The little bushes back there, I didn't mess with those at all. I was gonna try to like top them off, but really and truly, they don't need it. They really don't need it. I mean, doing anything to it wouldn't do anything, but probably annoy it. So I didn't do anything to it. It's this little section back here. I moved these, I don't know if they're chairs or doors, I don't know what it is, but I moved them and sprayed that with weed killer. And so next time when I come, what I'll do is I'll move it again and then knock it down. And normally what I like to do is I like to knock weeds down like this. That's kind of like high. I like to knock those down because it's like I don't want a big dead weed just sticking up. But because I'll be coming over here on a weekly basis, I can get away with it this time. So I cut this area right here. This area, it seems like it has somewhat new sod in it as well. And it actually did good. It did better than the other side in the backyard. But I did go back and weed eat it just because it was, you know, some grass that was kind of sticking up, and I didn't like that. So I did go back with my weed eater and weed eat that again, just for the spots that had still been kind of sticking up. Y'all saw me blow the stuff into a pile and rake that up. I got one bag, one full size bag, or half a bag. That's probably like a half a bag, to be honest. And then all of this right here came from that bush over there. So it was good. I gave myself 3 hours to do it. When I looked at the my clock, it said 12:46, and right now it is 12:54. I started at 9:54, so that's exactly 3 hours, and I finished before 3 hours, but you know, I can include this walkthrough as my time as well. So from 9:55 to 12:55 by myself, 3 hours. Not bad at all. And like I say, when I come back, I probably won't come over here next week because I have it scheduled for Tuesdays. So I probably won't come over here next week. It'll probably be the week after next when I come over here again. And but when I do come over here, all of this stuff right here should be dead. This stuff right here should be gone. So I have a clean slate and a clean pathway to see, you know, exactly what I need to do from week to week. It doesn't really seem like it's going to be too difficult of a yard. It's just a lot of detail stuff. So this bed right here is going to have to be maintained on a weekly basis just to keep it looking good. This here mondo grass or border grass, whatever you want to call it, I did cut that down to try to even it up a little bit. I wasn't too aggressive with it. I just wanted to kind of, you know, make it a little bit more uniform. So I did do that. And like I said, I sprayed weed killer everywhere, and I sprayed a healthy amount. So we'll see. I think everything should die off. Whatever doesn't die off, when I come back over here the next time, and as I come over here on a weekly basis, everything will die off because I'll just stay on top of it. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. And until the next time, I'm out.